Dispute Reason Tracker. Now, what is the Dispute Reason Tracker? Now, the Dispute Reason Tracker is a feature inside of the software that allows you to track all of your dispute reasons that you use for every single dispute. So every dispute reason that you add for every single inaccurate account for your customer, the software, the Dispute Reason Tracker, will track that dispute reason. Now, why do we need to use it? The purpose of the Dispute Reason Tracker is to track every single dispute reason that you've used for your customer, so you don't have to repeat that same dispute reason over and over again. Now, in order to remember what dispute reason you put in for that particular inaccurate account, without the Dispute Reason Tracker, you would have to go back into the bulk print section and into the archive and open up every single letter that you sent out for this customer over the last 6 months, and then read every single letter, whether it's Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. You have to read the dispute reason that you use with every single letter. Now, that is the old way of doing it, but now we have the Dispute Reason Tracker that will do it for you very, very fast. So now you don't have to go back and click on every single letter to find out what dispute reason you used in that particular letter. Now, why is that so important? Because the credit bureaus could and will mark your dispute as frivolous if you continue to use the same dispute reason after they verify your dispute. Now, the key here is you want to modify your dispute reason every single time you dispute. Now, based on what your customer tells you regarding an account, you want to try to take what your customer said and modify the dispute reason to get the best results and to get inaccurate information removed from your customer's credit report, because you're going based off of what your customer is telling you. So you have to help your customer, okay? You don't want to lie and say a dispute reason that's not correct. You want to use the argument that your customer tells you, and you design that argument into a dispute reason. Now, if the credit bureau comes back and verify the item, then this time you want to send the letter out again and change the dispute reason, but just kind of alter it somehow. All right. And the Dispute Reason Tracker will track your dispute reasons on what you say to the credit bureau. Now, how do we use it? You use it by pulling up all of the prior dispute reasons. Let me give you an example. Say, for example, you send out your first dispute reason, right? Or your first dispute letter. The software will track the reasons that you use to argue that this particular account is inaccurate, right? So then the next dispute round that comes out, you can't use that same dispute reason. Now, even though the credit bureau verified the account, why would you use the same dispute reason? You have to give the credit bureau a reason to investigate the account. Now, no one is saying the credit bureaus is 100% right with their investigation, and a lot of them are not. So your job is to get inaccurate information removed for your customer. Your customer told you the account is wrong. They gave you a reason why the account is wrong, and it's your job to use those dispute reasons to get inaccurate information removed. So you never want to use the same dispute reason over and over and over, because the credit bureaus are just going to flag your account. So every time you dispute, you change up your dispute reason based on your customer's argument. Now, where can we find it? Where can we find the dispute reason inside of the software? Now, I'm going to show you exactly where to find the Dispute Reason Tracker inside of the software. Let's go. Okay, now that you understand the purpose of the Dispute Reason Tracker, let me show you exactly how to locate the tracker inside of the software. Let's go to Customers. Now, there's two locations you can view the Dispute Reason Tracker in. The first location is right here inside of the customer screen, and the second location is in the dispute manager itself. So we're going to find that particular dispute reason tracker with this customer Tom. Let's go over here to the right here and let's click this icon right here. Now this is the dispute reason tracker. There's no information in here right now, but we're going to show you what it looks like after we add some dispute reasons. So to get to the dispute reason tracker, the second location, let's go ahead and click dispute. And we're going to go straight to the credit bureau section. Now every dispute page, the credit bureau, the creditor, the collector, and the respond, they all have dispute reason trackers on them. So right here in the credit bureau section, the dispute reason tracker is here. If you click it, you see it'll pop up. Over on the creditor section, it's here. The collector section is here. And the respond section is here. So it doesn't matter whether you're in the collector screen or you're sending out direct creditor dispute letters. The dispute reason will track every reason, and it really doesn't matter whether it's a collector or respond or a credit bureau. It will track every reason that you put in the software. Okay. Now, another great feature with the dispute reason tracker is that it will alert you and let you know that you have already used a dispute reason if you try to put the same dispute reason in to the software. But remember what we said in the early part of the video, that you want to try to change up your dispute reason every single time you send a dispute. So let's go ahead and add the first dispute reason. So we're going to say this one here. Let's add that. And let's add another one. And let's do another one. And remember, you're adding a dispute reason every single time you dispute a particular account. And these are your arguments on why you believe that this particular account is inaccurate. Now, as you can see, we have 4 dispute reasons in here for the credit bureau. Let's go ahead and add print. All right, let's go back because I want you to see what it looks like when we add dispute reasons for every single section. So now we're going to add dispute reasons for the creditor. So let's do first one. Let's change this dispute reason. So I'm just adding random dispute reasons for this training video. So we have 4 dispute reasons, okay? Now, with the creditor, this means you're sending out a letter to this creditor, this creditor, this creditor, and there's different dispute reasons for each one. So we're gonna do one more. Let's go to collector this time. And the dispute reason tracker is a very powerful feature. So let's go ahead and try that one. That one there. Okay. And these are just different dispute reasons we're sending out to the collection agencies. And if we print this letter, basically you'll get 4 different letters that you will send to individual collection agencies. Okay. Now let's go ahead and click print. Now let's see what these dispute reasons look like. Now here's the great thing. If you print this letter, your dispute reasons will go in the archive and they will remain in the system. So if you try to use these same dispute reasons again, the software will let you know that you've already used the dispute reason and are you sure if you want to use it again. Now you can override the warning if you want to. That's totally up to you. But for say, for example, you added all of these letters in here and for some reason you didn't want to use these letters. If you delete these letters, the software will not track the dispute reasons. But if you print these letters, the software will track the dispute reasons. Okay? So let's see what the dispute reasons look like. So we're going to go right here. This is the first location you can see them. Okay, as you can see right here, this is the credit bureau. Okay, so basically these are your dispute reasons you sent out for Experian. These are your dispute reasons you sent out for Equifax. And these are your dispute reasons you sent out for TransUnion. Now let's scroll down. And these are your collectors. And these are your dispute reasons that you sent out for the collectors. And these are your creditors. And these are your dispute reasons you sent out for your creditors. Okay. Now, if you want to just look at the credit bureau screen alone, you can see right here, here's the date. And you can see this is Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. These are the accounts. And you can see that these are the 3 dispute reasons that you use for these 3 accounts. And right here, you can see that for Equifax, these are the 3 dispute reasons you use. And for TransUnion, these are the 3 dispute reasons that you use. Now let's go over here to creditor. Same thing. These are your dispute reasons. These are your furnishers. Okay, this is the date that you sent it. Okay, and it's the creditor. Same thing with collector. The date that you sent your disputes, which creditor organization you sent them to, and these are your dispute reasons. So this is a very, very powerful feature. So say for example, you've already sent out 3 or 4 dispute rounds for your customer, and you don't remember what dispute reasons you use. This is where the dispute reason tracker comes in. So let's go over here, and let's say you want to send out a new dispute round for your customer, and you can't remember what dispute reasons you use. So what you want to do, just go right here and just take a look at a quick glance, and it'll tell you that, oh, okay, last month I used this dispute reason. Okay, now, and I don't want to use that again. Now, another powerful feature, if you don't remember to track it here, or you don't remember to look at it, if you try to add that same dispute reason, the software will let you know that you have already added that dispute reason, and this will give you the opportunity to change your dispute reason. This is a very powerful feature that you can use, and it's going to save you a ton of time, especially when you have multiple disputes out for one customer and you've worked on that customer's credit report for over 5 or 6 months, and you don't remember what dispute reasons you use in the first month. Very powerful. I hope you enjoyed this new feature.